My name is Dennis Iván Pérez Bravo. Mi nombre es Dennis Iván Pérez Bravo. Vivo en Richmond, California. Tengo 28 años y estoy involucrado aquí con lo que se llama el Tiny Homes Village, que en español es el pueblo de casas pequeñas. Y aquí lo que andamos haciendo es trayendo lo que estamos haciendo en Richmond, tenemos un proyecto de construir pequeñas casas para las personas que no tienen hogares, y queremos que California también conozca lo que anda haciendo en Richmond, lo que se ha hecho en Oakland, lo queremos hacer también en Richmond, y queremos que los que están aquí, los que seamos representados, y con la representación necesitamos que ser vocales, y por eso estamos aquí para ser más vocales.
With these boards going up in the villages in Richmond, what does this do for the village, right? Obviously putting up these awful boards with certain messages. I heard these were called prayer boards. Like, what does that mean by putting it up around the village?
So, sí, poniendo estos son ya las maderas con pintura, con mensajes, hace que el lugar tenga más belleza y también tenga más presencia. Así que la presencia es muy importante para que la comunidad sabe que este es un lugar creativo, un lugar donde se anda trabajando para hacer más la vida bella. Así que, y por eso, pues, esos son más para la presencia y para que se vea bonito. Y pues el lugar donde está por el RichmondPAL, que está localizado en Richmond, y es un área de puro pasto, y así que no hay nada mucho ahí, así que eso le da más presencia a ese lugar. Que escuchen a la juventud, porque los que vienen aquí, los que han pitado, los que tienen el mensaje es la juventud, y ellos saben que hay mucha pobreza entre las comunidades, entre nuestras comunidades, y la juventud es la que anda cayendo pesadamente. Hay muchos jóvenes que no tienen casas o hogares, así que queremos que si ellos van a escuchar eso, lo van a ver, que escuchen lo que van a decir la juventud.
Lastly, how would you describe the energy is today within you and all these youth out here today coming out on a Saturday morning?
Es mucha energía que se ha acumulado y ahora pues se va a dar, y creo que muchos aquí quieren pues decir lo que el mensaje, y creo que la energía pues está viva, y es algo que hoy esta energía que se va a conservar y preservar y hacer se va a usar para usar más en las acciones o lo que ellos van a continuar en hacer. Creo que es algo que se ha acumulado y se va a usar más que hoy.
Next we have Dennis Perez Bravo, Outreach Program Coordinator at RichmondPAL.
So, hello, my name is Dennis Iván Pérez Bravo. Me llamo Dennis Iván Pérez Bravo. Soy de Richmond. I'm from Richmond.
Hi, my name is Juliana Alejandre, and I'm also from Richmond with Richmond Police Department League as the Youth Leadership Council.
Yeah, so we're from Richmond Police Activities League, which is a youth center in Richmond, California, which is a one-stop youth center for many different departments that include tiny homes that they work out of one of our classrooms, and then they're the ones that are working on the garden that we have, the available lot garden that we have as well, which is a cooperative thing that we're doing with them, and then another program as well. But Juliana is part of the youth council at RichmondPAL, which is a new program that we started. And so them alongside a group of kids, if you guys could raise your hand. They have started a youth council to go out into the community and advocate more for the community, right? So here, and so Juliana here is going to be representing them, and she's going to be giving a speech in behalf of the youth council here at our RPAL.
I am here speaking on the issue of homelessness. As where I live, I often have to see the reality of many of them, often wandering around. A lot of people see this and don't think much about it, but there is a bigger issue at hand, which is why I ask you to hear us out and help fund programs to prevent and further increase in the unhoused population. It's disheartening having to witness this on a daily basis, especially knowing it could affect any of us, especially teens who are more susceptible to being homeless, due to family situations. This issue becomes even more concerning when you're faced with the numbers. As TheGuardian.com informs us, the Golden State also reported the largest number of unaccompanied youth, 10,173 people under the age of 25. Of these, nearly 7,000 youth were found on the streets, making up roughly half of all U.S. youth living outside. As you can see, this is a really concerning, as there are a lot of youth out on the streets, which is unjust as they have to find ways to survive. As being out on the streets could be dangerous, especially during the colder winter months when it's freezing and there's little to no resources they could use to warm themselves or to use as shelter from the cold. No one should ever have to go through something like this, which is why we ask to provide more funds to support the unhoused teens, as they are our present and our futures, and they deserve so much better than this.
Yes, we do.
Thank you.
Yeah, so thank you very much. Juliana talked about one thing about, the winter months, things get hard. So the only thing I wanted to talk about today was just one person. So I want you to raise your hand if you know this person. It's a 46-year-old San Mateo man by the name of Jorge Cervantes. Raise your hand if you know him. Nobody. You see, not even me. But on Martin Luther King Day, the last time I went to shop at Chevron, I went up to get gas at 5 a.m. in the morning, and I saw a man laying down by the air and water station. One of the workers there tapped him with his feet and said, "Hey, get up." I went inside, paid for my gas. Guy comes inside, says, "He's not getting up. I try to hit him and everything." Go down, go back to my car. I see Mr. Cervantes. I go up to him and be like, "Hey, compa," saying, "Hey, buddy, are you okay?" Tap on the shoulder, no response. Blood from his nose dripping down to the floor, a pool of blood. That's how my Martin Luther King Day started, right? For most of us, Martin Luther King Day was go out, do an action, right? Make our lives better, make our communities better. But the sad reality, the truth is that we'll have unknown people dying in a gas station as people wake up to make their lives better. But it takes all of us, and it takes us to work at every specific detail. Every person matters. Every little thing matters. So as I reflected on Mr. Cervantes, as I looked for his name for a month, as I called the coroner's office and asked what was his name, finally got a call back that this guy's name was a 46-year-old San Mateo resident, Jorge Cervantes, who died alone, surrounded by people looking at him die, but nobody could help him. And so as we congregate here, we're not all helpless to help. We're here together and we're gonna do something. We just got to understand that we got a long road ahead of us. As you guys all have been fighting so long, I know, us young people, we're just getting into it, right? So with that, I just wanna say, remember, those that you cannot remember, because they have died and they have been there and they exist and they deserve love like all of us. And so in honor of Jorge Cervantes, I just wanted to come and speak to all of you and say that thank you for all the work that you're doing, and to help continue supporting and continue doing it. The work is being done, and we'll win at the end of it.
Nice. Good job, Dennis.